Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back. Today I will be continuing to paint my Spite Rider Lancers. I kind of stopped painting the whole squad and just wanted to focus on this guy. I think I can finish this model today, which will be pretty good. The main things that I have left to do are the rider, and the rider has a shield. So that's mostly what I'm going to be focusing on today. But I just primed the rider, so I'm going to let that I'm going to let that sit for a bit, just so that the primer has enough time to set properly. And in the meantime, I'm going to do some blending for some of my highlights. You can see, like here, these highlights are pretty rough, so I'm going to be kind of working some of these highlights in, blending them so that they're a little smoother. I don't have to blend all the highlights, like this, the work on the tail, it's meant to be textured, so I won't have to touch that. Same thing with like here and on the front of the mouth. And I did a pretty good job on the legs, actually. So yeah, it's mostly just on the back and on the wings that I'll be doing a little bit of blending just to make things look a little smoother. Hey, RDC, how's it going? You missed the Star Wars stream. I was painting Obi-Wan last week. In Swift play? Let's go. Hey, that's awesome. Get some good practice in on the correct map. Yeah, they should. I don't know why they haven't implemented like a system where you can choose which map you want to play. Like, it seems like that's something that they should have. Oh, that's tough. Gotta use the correct dart. Alright, let me see here. Oops. That's when you just say, "Oh, darn, they shot my dart." All right. Let me see, what time is it? Not bad. I think I should be good to paint over the things I just primed. I think enough time has passed. So mainly, it's got a shield. We just want to apply a layer of Wraithbone over the primer. This is the same color as the primer, but you should apply a thin layer of paint over the primer before you start, just so that, because primer tends to have a different finish than regular paint, and also when you're priming, you might not always get full coverage. So a nice thin layer just kind of helps you avoid some issues that may crop up from when you prime. Yeah, you can see like his head, you can still see a bit of gray there. We're going to apply some Wraithbone on top, just to make sure everything has a nice solid coat and it matches the finish of the rest of our paints. Generally, the reason you opt for like a thin layer of regular paint instead of another primer layer, because primer is a bit thicker than regular paint, and so adding an extra layer of primer is kind of like unneeded thickness added to your model. If you build up too many layers, it can start to hide detail, and we don't want to hide any detail. So we opt for the applying more layers of thinner paint. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply a glaze to the bark on the rider. I've been doing this thing where I kind of color shift the bark to a little bit of a purple tint, because I think it looks cool. And it kind of makes my trees a bit more unique. So we just thin down some purple contrast paint. Don't want it to be too... we want it to be properly diluted, so it's not too dark. And we want to be really careful around the wings because we spent a lot of time building up that gradient with an airbrush. It would not be easy to fix. Especially if we got this dark purple on the light blue. Now we just have to wait for that to dry, and then we can re-highlight the wood to kind of bring back some of the wood tones and just highlight it in general. Looks like the still need one more coat of paint. And particularly on this this surface that's going to be you know, I'm going to be applying the contrast paint. And the contrast paint is not fully opaque. So it's very important to get a very solid base coat here. Otherwise it really won't look good with the contrast paint over top of it. That's why I'm taking a little extra time applying extra layers of Wraith Bone just to make sure I have a solid coat. The shield looks good though. Well, it doesn't look fully dry. And of course, as I say it looks good, I noticed some spots that might need a little extra paint. While I'm kind of waiting for paint to dry, I'm going to continue to work on the other two models that I have in the unit, just so that we're not all sitting here watching paint dry. These guys I will definitely not be finishing today. As you can see, there's quite a bit of work that still needs to be done for them. As I'm still kind of base coating the carapace. It's looking like our the shield is done drying. Can get back to business. So I've been using an emerald color for the kind of the nature spirits, and so I'm gonna apply this contrast paint here pretty liberally. And then what you can do, you can clean off your brush, just get contrast medium on your brush, and then slowly feather it. To get a gradient. And then I'm going to come in with a finer detail brush. To drop some into the recesses. So we maintain those darker recesses. And we could do a little bit more work on this gradient later. But that's a really quick way to get like an interesting gradient with some contrast paint. And generally, like you have to, if you want to keep working on this, you have to wait for it to fully dry, and then generally you would thin down the contrast paint even more, and move your brush in this direction, because your brush deposits more paint when you lift it up. So bringing the contrast paint, kind of smoothing out the blend And yeah, depositing the excess paint in the area that's already darker. Now let's see, how does the actual rider look? Pretty good. I think he's good for a layer of contrast paint. Alright, and that's how you get the base color for the kind of the spirit skin. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do the spear yet. Let's see. I have some models that I've already done that have swords. So I think I'm going to do a similar technique. But yeah, like I said, I haven't decided yet, so hence why I'm not really, or hence why I'm kind of avoiding painting it. Although, I guess there's no time like the present, right? I did get a little bit on the fingers, so I'll have to touch that up at some point. That's okay, it happens. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do some more work on this shield now. So yeah, just thin down the contrast paint like a lot. And then I drag it upward. Feather it back. And you have to be careful while kind of doing these thin glazes, because if you fiddle with it too much, you can end up like kind of messing around with it while it's still drying, and then you end up tearing paint, which is not good. I will actually be right back to go do something. My apologies. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, Camille, 1-2. How's it going? In the time that I was away, it looks like this is dried to the point where I can kind of do some more work with it. I think I'm going to do one more layer of kind of the thin down contrast paint here, just to do a little bit of extra work. Alright. Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yeah, so I'm currently in the middle of painting my Spite Rider Lancers. It's a unit of 3, but I'm probably only going to finish this one today. Yeah, I decided that I would kind of focus on finishing one of the models as opposed to getting to a. I mean, I wasn't gonna finish all 3, so. But yeah, you got anything on your workbench today, Camille? Oh, okay. That's cool. But you're just a Warhammer fan. You like 40K or Age of Sigmar? Both? I mean, I do both. So. Nice, nice. Hey, that's awesome. Salamanders are pretty cool. Especially, I like how unique they are compared to other Space Marine chapters. It makes them quite interesting. I'm going to start highlighting up this spirit skin here. So right now, it just kind of looks like he's got green skin. So we need to generally highlight things up here. Make him a bit more spirit-like. Hey, that's pretty awesome. Is it like a is it like the size of a Questoris Knight or bigger? Are we talking like Warhound Titan? Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. You'll have to let me know when you print it out. Do you have a resin printer that you're using? Oh no. The cape is too big? That's so funny. Sounds like they just need bigger printers, huh? Oh, you're ordering a resin printer? Nice, nice. Yeah, I have the Anycubic uh, M5S Photon something something. But yeah, it's been doing me. It's been going well so far. So I have no complaints about the printer. He split the cape into 3 files so that it would fit. Oh my god. That's so that cape is so big. The Titan is 58 files? Good lord. Yeah, I'd say that's most definitely bigger than like a Questoris Knight. Without a doubt. Yeah, that sounds really exciting. Yeah, oops. This is the part of the model I have to clean up here. Although very light green over black, not going well for sure. That's expected though, so. Oops. Hey Ilo, how's it going? It's good to see you again. Ah. The stream froze for you? Oh, okay. It looks like it might have been a Twitch issue because I think my stream looks good. Oh, that's good to hear, Ilo. I'm glad things are going well for you. Oh. Oh, it was on your part? Alright, cool. Gotta get into my model so that I can paint this very, very small tattoo. The short 83-page rulebook. Oh my god. um, Camille, I don't really let people send links for like generally for like safety reasons. So, um, but if you wanna like DM me on Instagram, I think my Instagram is linked below. That'd probably be a better way to do that. You can unlock stickers that go into the rulebook. That's cool. Oh yeah, if you want to post the name in chat, that'd be awesome. To help me find it. Also, is it on like on the is it on like my mini factory or yeah, ILO. I've had games like that where it's like it's some of those games where it's like a campaign board game that has like boxes that you unlock throughout the game, and those boxes add like stickers to the rule book or add like new rules that you like tack on pages to the rule book. All right, awesome, thank you, Camille. I'll have to check that out. That sounds like an awesome 3D file. Games you can only play once. Yeah. That is the downside to that kind of mechanic. But it's cool when you play it that first time. The face is also 3 parts. That's so funny. You know it's gonna be a big old file when they gotta split the when they gotta start splitting parts up to fit on your printer. Oh, they have removable stickers? That's cool. I wonder how many times um, you can use those removable stickers before they like stop working. They stop sticking. Alright, so I got kind of the spirit skin and the shield painted up. So now it's about time to add it to the model itself. Probably as long as there isn't dust on the sticky side. Yeah, probably storing them is probably key to making them last longer, huh? Proper storage. The armor for the face is separate. It sounds like whoever created this STL file is knows what they're doing. Seems like they're a big hobbyist as well. They're German, so they want it to be good, yeah. Let's remove this guy from the stand. Where's my X-Acto knife? Hey, G-Wiz, how's it going? I'm doing quite well today. About to finish up this Spite Rider Lancer here. Just chilling today? Sounds good. Sounds like a nice relaxing Sunday. And then I also have to scrape the model a little bit so that I get a nice clean connection with the plastic glue. And I also left my plastic glue on the other table. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. And he really did not want to fit. My goodness. They did not make that fit easy. Alright. But hey, that's definitely not coming out. I have a streamer buddy who does 3D sculpting, and he's making me a model to print. Hey, that's awesome. I have not heard of the game Gothic. Those flyer menus look amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it's been kind of a long time coming, so I'm glad they're turning out. This guy's almost done. I should finish him today, and then have you know, a little extra time to maybe at the end. Oh, Camille, did you get? It's about 3 to 4 Space Marines tall? Are you talking about the Titan, Camille? Gothic is a buggy mess of a game. But it's a really good buggy mess of a game. Yeah, I played a board game once that it was like on it was like a pre-release of a board game. And it was a really poorly balanced board game, and I was like, how do you pre-release a board game? Like, I get pre-releasing video games, but like, how do you pre-release a board game? I don't know why I thought about that, but for some reason your comment triggered a lost memory of this weirdly off-balance board game that I played. Sounds more like a prototype? Yeah. My friend got it from like France, and all the instructions were in French, so we had to like Google Translate all the instructions to play it. It was a big old meme. But it was a blast to play. Aww. That's kind of sad. It always kind of sucks when gaming studios kind of like run out of steam, and then you have to, and then they just go out of business. Uh-oh. Maybe I put the wrong hair on this guy. It seems like the hair is not supposed to fit on this model. But I'm gonna make it fit. It's already on there. You really like the older clunky RPGs? Yeah, there's kind of a little bit of a charm to those older games, you know? Maybe it's just nostalgia. But yeah, they're pretty fun to play sometimes. I'm trying to think of some of the really old RPGs I used to play. They closed their studio in June. Ah, that's too bad. Well, that's cool. I'll have to check it out. It sounds like it's a good game. Although, Space Marine 2 is also coming out, I think, soon. Although, don't quote me on that. Thank you for the follow, Camille. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've heard a lot of buzz about Space Marine 2 coming out. There used to be a demo on Steam, but not anymore. It comes out in 8 days? Yeah, I thought it was coming out soon. Yeah, it looks awesome. I've seen a lot, the trailers for it. I've seen some gameplay. Like, it looks pretty awesome. Looks like it's primed to be game of the year. I'm here for it. Do you play video games, Camille? Or just a board gamer? But yeah, I saw a clip of someone making like a because you can like customize the chapter that your Space Marine is from. I saw someone made like a Night Lord's character in Space Marine 2, and I think that's pretty awesome. Like being able to just pick like your favorite chapter and roll with it. Sounds awesome. Your buddy's beaten Fallout London twice? Oh my god. I have not beaten Fallout London yet. I also don't know how far I am. So I just got to the Parliament building. I don't know how far that puts me. I gotta go like collect signatures or something. So they'll let me in. Yeah, same. That's kind of why I haven't. Like, I feel like if I like stayed on the main story, I could have beaten it by now. But I am having a lot of fun just like walking around the world, which is kind of the point of those like open world games. Like, you're supposed to just kind of have fun exploring and like living in the world. So kind of exactly what I want. Yeah, I as soon as I beat Fallout London, I'm gonna go back and then I'm gonna do Fallout 4. Cause yeah, I think it'll be a blast as well. All right, I'm gonna start up the airbrush here. And yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, I actually ditched my companion in Fallout London though. I was because I've been like sneaking around and stuff. My companion actually ended up getting me caught more often than not. So I ditched him. But it allowed me to get the lone wanderer perk, which is really good. I don't know if you've invested in that perk or not, but does Fallout 4 have the same kind of perk system? I don't know how similar Fallout London is to the base game. Yeah, I was like, wait, more carry weight, damage reduction, like sign me up. Cool. Yeah, that sounds exciting. It's too bad I can't play both games at the same time. They were very, very clearly like, you cannot play Fallout 4 while playing Fallout London. Oh, here it is. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of masking here so that I can do kind of a fun effect on the blade. Because we love gradients. They make our models look cool. If I can stick this masking tape in the right place. There we go. It only took me 4 tries. You get power armor pretty early on. You actually could have... Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish the game, the Fallout London game, though. I don't think it should take me too much longer, especially if I like actually focus on finishing the game instead of just messing around. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I love page 60. I don't know how you can read those thick rule books like that. I cannot. You give me a rule book with like more than 20 pages and I'm like I much prefer, usually I can find like a video on YouTube of someone explaining how to play the game. That's what I do. It's the same as having to read a textbook. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't read textbooks when I went to college either, so maybe that's my issue. You spend 200 pounds on it, you read the rule book? Yeah. I don't know. Give me a video. I'll watch a 2-hour-long video. Will I read a rule book? No, absolutely not. Oh, that's too bad. All right. So instead of spending more time masking, I'm just going to use this note card here. Whenever I can get away with it, using like a note card instead of masking everything off is definitely the way to go. Yeah, it's like 2 hours. Yeah, that's what. When I heard that the rule book was 80 pages, I was like, "There's no way an instructional video is going to be less than 2 hours." Yeah, you still have some of your college books? I don't, yeah, I don't really use them anymore. So I think I gave them to my little brother who's currently going through college. He's gonna get more use out of them than I did, hopefully. I maybe could have started with a brighter color. I don't know how much this dark purple over black is doing. I like to do this kind of thing in batch because it is like you have to switch paints so frequently with the airbrush. But I don't really have the other models ready, so I guess I'm doing just one model. Yeah, I definitely could have started with this color. Oh well. Actually, speaking of board games, I just got a board game, Eldritch Horror. It is a very good board game, and if you haven't played it, I recommend it. I've seen that game. I just got a new one too, Mice and Mystics. I haven't heard of Mice and Mystics. That game sounds a little bit silly. Which I'm here for. Oops. It's a co-op RPG with mice instead of other races. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I love a good co-op game. Alright. And the worst thing about this is that I now have to do the other side. I gotta wait for this side to dry, mask it off, and do the exact same thing. That's why I'm like, I like doing this batch painting, so that it, you know, I feel like I get more done with doing it in batches. It gives you a great effect for sure, but definitely time consuming. While it's drying, I think I'm gonna come in with some brown to highlight up the bark a little bit. I think I should still be able to finish this model before the end of the stream. I mean, finish is a relative term. But we at a good stopping point. How about that? I can focus on other models. I thinned down the paint too much. Not getting the effect that I wanted. Alright. Now I can apply a quick varnish to the side of the blade that I want to preserve before I mask it off. Just give it a little layer of protection here. I'm also going to rebase coat the leaves at the top. I got a little messed up. I was painting some other stuff. Varnish dried. And I decided I didn't have to start with the darkest color. Start one up, save a little time. I can peel off the tape. It looks like my masking job tore off a little paint. Let me see if I can fix that real quick by brush. Let me see if I can also tragedy. So yeah, we got kind of a nice purple non-metallic metal effect for the spearhead that I can come in with my purple highlight color again and do an edge highlight to kind of further reinforce the effect. Just have to be so careful. Doing the center line on a blade is always just so hard. Like you just gotta barely touch it. Otherwise you have a big thick line like right down the middle of your sword. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh god, I did a better job on the underside. Why? Why did I have to waste all my good technique on the bottom of the model? Alright, I think that's pretty good. I'm getting too impatient. Paint's not drying fast enough. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here for today. I didn't quite finish, but I'm pretty close. I just kind of have to finish up the effect on the sword, and I have to do a little highlighting on the green on the top. But yeah, this model was a blast to paint, and I won't be streaming most of next week. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday I'll be gone. Sunday I'll be back though, and then yeah, I'll resume the normal painting schedule next week. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it, and thank you, Camille, for the follow. I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you all did too. I will see you all next week. Bye. Yep. See you later, G-Wiz.